What's up, gang? I've been working on the new Architect AI, which is an embedded AI prompt in the PageMotor CMS software. And while I was working on this, I had to stop and make this video because the stuff that Architect AI is doing with the help of Claude Sonnet 4.5 is just blowing my mind. You guys have got to check this out. So I'm going to show you a couple things real quick. Let me grab my prompts. Wasn't totally ready here. Let me grab my prompts. All right. Now I'm ready to rock. So those are kind of off screen. That doesn't matter. Okay. So basically what I do here, the only tool that works on this for now is you can create some content. You can tell Architect AI that you want to create this kind of content and it'll make it for your site. Okay. So I want to show you 3 of these that I just made. And I don't know. I feel like Claude is kind of getting used to this and now has a greater context window than beyond what I provide for it. And it's using formatting and stuff in a more comprehensive, smarter, and more sort of unexpected way. It's really doing a good job and is totally blowing my mind, okay? So we'll go over 3 prompts that I have used, all right? So the first one is this one. Create a page discussing the differences between prompts used in centralized SaaS-style software like Lovable and prompts embedded in distributed software like PageMotor. Please include any relevant links for further exploration. Okay, nothing too crazy there. We're going to go look at the content here. And so that thing built, or the page from that one, was prompts in centralized versus distributed software. We're going to go look at that page. All right, here it is. So it gives me this big article, right? Like that's a decent amount of content. I want to say this is like 893 words. I'll have to check on the other ones, but this one's like 893 words. It's used contextual bolding for greater attention design in the content. It's linked to Lovable here, one of the tools that it mentions. It kind of goes through how the centralized AI services like Lovable work with their prompts and gives you some pros, some benefits to having it work that way. And then it goes through the PageMotor model, which is prompts embedded in distributed software. So real quick explainer. There's service called Lovable that you can use to do some vibe coding, okay? But when you use their prompt, it is a centralized prompt. They can update it on their systems, and the output that you get from them is on their stuff. And then if you wanted to make that useful for you, you would have to copy all of that and move it to your server or figure out a way to run that in some sort of environment that works for you. That's a pretty big step. The difference between something like that, that's a SaaS style or centralized AI prompt model. With PageMotor, this is distributed software. You would install this on your own servers like WordPress. Okay, so there's only one instance of Lovable. You go to the Lovable site. There's a potentially infinite number of PageMotor instances out there running on different servers. So that is distributed software or decentralized software. So PageMotor has Architect AI embedded into it. And so this thing's only as updated as your PageMotor model. Like I might add in the next PageMotor update, I might add some new prompts and stuff that it can do. You wouldn't have that unless you're updated to the newest version. So like the centralized SaaS model always updates. The PageMotor one, the decentralized model would only be as updated as the model that you're running. Simple enough. But it goes through and explains all those differences and stuff in this article that it created. But it's used, it's used contextual bolding, which is cool, especially to highlight these lists to make them more scannable, which is great. It's used a call out formatting item, which is available in PageMotor. It's used, of course, section headings, which is nice. It's used another note call out down here, so different ones, so it's not like same all the way down the page. That's pretty cool. Again, with the contextual bolding, a lot of interstitial headings, all that. Then it does this interesting one. It's used an alert call out, which is especially important, right? It has determined that this is an especially important thing to say, and it used an alert call out, but notice how it's wider than the rest of the content. In PageMotor, this is called an extension. So it extends it out of the boundaries of the normal content column and makes it wider. So like if you're scrolling, like you're definitely seeing this. That's really smart, and that's really good content design. That's amazing that it just did that. That's blowing my mind right now. And then it's got another call out box with some links, relevant links to this discussion about centralized versus decentralized AI prompts. And then it used impact text down here. So if you ever read a magazine or something from the past, you might have seen something called a pull quote. It's where they take like a key quote from the article and make it real big. So like if you're like scanning this thing, you're going to see the pull quote. That's kind of what impact text is. And so it's used that here before giving you some further reading and some additional links at the bottom of the page. That is remarkable. Like this is a lot of formatting. That's really good stuff. I know from experience, I've been giving people these kinds of tools now for over a dozen years, and your average user does not do this good of a job of formatting. No way. This is way more dynamic, way more scannable. This is just better than a normal person's going to do. So that is very impressive to me. I like that. A real quick note about what's happening here with the decentralized AI of the Architect AI and PageMotor, which is a decentralized sort of thing. To me, this is the future of software. All of the things that you use to really be useful to leverage AI to do these amazing things for us, we're going to need to have AI embedded into the software that we use. With that approach, these prompts can have a lot of knowledge and information specific to what you're doing. Like this thing can know everything about your website, theoretically. There's some additional concerns that were like, if I dumped all the data from your site into there, each prompt request would be fairly expensive because there's a lot of data. Though on the flip side of that, if this was a WordPress site, that's a ton of data, whereas a PageMotor site, much, much more compact. So therefore, it is feasible that I could give all the data for your PageMotor installation to a prompt, and it wouldn't be that expensive. And it would enable some amazing things like for you to be able to change your design just from a prompt, things like that. And I am going to do that stuff. I'm going to play with that stuff, but neither here nor there for now. Bottom line is this is a decentralized prompt model. I don't know if anything else like this really exists right now. So maybe you're seeing something that you're unlikely to see anywhere else for some time, but it's really cool and the possibilities are sort of endless. But this is how you can get, so your CMS, whether you're using WordPress, whether you're using PageMotor, whether you're using something else, it is a tool. And what I'm trying to achieve here with Architect AI and PageMotor is I want the AI to use the tool for you as much as it makes sense to do so. You've got access to everything else. You can do it all in the old way, clicking around, messing with UIs, stuff like that, but you don't need to. AI is sort of the promise that it can use the tools for you. And with some of these results, suggests that maybe the AI can use these tools in a smarter and more accurate way than most people are likely to do. All right, let's look at another prompt. So that's number one. That's a pretty good example. That's like a good formatted page. That's nice. All right, let's look at the second prompt. The second one I used was create a page about token management strategies for embedded AI prompts in distributed software. Let's take a look at that one. So that page is token management for embedded AI prompts in distributed software. Let's look at that. Here we go. So it repeated the headline here. I can go back and make editorial changes to fix all that stuff, and I'll show you something cool in just a moment. But it's used impact text as sort of a lead, L-E-D-E. That's what we call when they get a blurb before you get into the article. So it's used impact text as sort of a lead there. Again, we have a smart use of contextual bolding. You're going to see that a lot. We got the nested headline approach. We've got a really nicely formatted call-out note. A note call out. We've got some disclaimer text. This is awesome. This is called small text. So we got impact text, which is big, and it expands outside the boundaries of the normal content column. And then we've got small text, which is for legal disclaimers or anything like that. Could be stuff you smash over in the sidebar, theoretically, or in the dead areas, the white space areas of your design. We got a lot of use of lists here, good for scannability. This is pretty good content, gang. This is pretty good content. I mean, from the standpoint of SEO, of actually getting people to read it. If a human actually happens to visit your page, this is useful to humans and very scannable. This is looking pretty good. And then we've got legal and ethical considerations. This is like very important. So this is an alert call out to get your attention. Nice little heading here on that call out saying critical compliance requirements. That's looking good. You know, and this is a well-structured article as it goes down through. Like, this is actually a pretty good kind of rubric, I guess, for dealing with token management. Now, this would be relevant to me in dealing with token management with the embedded AI prompt in my distributed software, PageMotor. But this is cool. And then it's got an actual legal disclaimer down here at the bottom. It's all italicized like you'd commonly find on news sites or whatever that use this kind of text. Like, that's really good. Now, I have told it through what's called a system prompt, like how to do some formatting, but I didn't give it that much instruction. I'm not like giving it contextual instruction like, oh, hey, if it's this kind of scenario with content, then definitely use this element. I don't do anything like that. So it's made all these decisions itself to do this disclaimer text. I'm just laughing at that. It's so good. I mean, it's amazing. All right, let's look at another one. This last one totally blew my mind. All right, here we go. Last one for this little video. Create a sales page that will get visitors excited about the embedded AI prompt in PageMotor, and it's called Architect AI. Let's look at that one. Architect AI, build anything with PageMotor. We'll go check that out. Okay. Hold the phone. This has created what's called a bleed, a full width bleed. That's how this blue section here goes edge to edge in the browser. It's got a huge headline. It's got an impact text in it. It's got more impact text to start this, and it's like a good salesy thing. Imagine having a PageMotor expert available 24/7, ready to help you create content, build custom plugins, configure settings, and solve problems, all through simple conversation. That's Architect AI. All right, that's pretty good at first read. That's pretty good. And then it's got some stuff like what makes it different, whatever. It's got a note call out here, but again, it's used an extension to blast it out to the edges of the content area, make it extra wide so people will notice. That's so good. We got a little emoji in here for the first time. What can it do? These are some like features of Architect AI. It's so good. Could build custom plugins, got a little plug. Love to see it. We've got another extended call out, and it gives you like an example of a custom plugin request, and it tells you what it does and what it generates. That's so good. Are you kidding me? I didn't even look through this page. I created it and I could see that it was crazy. So then I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna go make a video. But I didn't look at this. I'm looking at it now for the first time. Yeah, wow. Okay, like a little simulated discussion between you and Architect AI, or a simulated interaction. That's wild. You can configure settings, tells you what you can do, solve technical problems, built for speed and accuracy. We've got another bleed, real productivity gain. So again, I told it to do a sales page, and it somehow intuited that this is the kind of thing that you would do on a sales page. And I've had it make like 30 other pages so far, and it didn't use bleeds in any of them. So I was wondering if it like could do it. I wasn't sure. I was like gonna go crazy about this, but it can do them. It was just choosing very specific contexts in which to apply the bleeds. That's crazy. So as soon as I said create a sales page, and this is the first time I've said use the verbiage sales page, it figured out that this was like a good scenario for deploying a bleed. I'm mind blown by this. So we got more impact text up here. This is actually like really good the way this works. Like, I don't know if it really knows what impact text does. Maybe I'd have to check the prompts to see exactly what I told it, but that's crazy. Anyhow, it's still going through more stuff, trying to identify, user avatars. That's real good stuff for a sales page. This is so good. Another extended call out. This is an alert. Tells you important to know. And then it says, get started with Architect AI today. This is like a little salesy thing with a couple of buttons. Like, this is so good. Are you joking? It actually gives links to this website as if it had all the stuff, but I could just throw this on the PageMotor website tomorrow. That's incredible. And then it ends with another bleed. And I've got all my pages set to output this at the bottom, but I'm gonna do something real quick. So the way it formatted this page, like a sales page, we wouldn't have, on a typical sales page, we wouldn't have like a title and a byline. and we wouldn't have this thing at the bottom. And so I'm going to modify this real quick and show you, like, I think what its intent was. So we're going to do something I call full page creation. I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. And we're going to make this thing look like an actual sales page. We'll get rid of all the stuff we don't want, and it's going to be just perfect. Okay, so let's roll with that real quick. I can't even believe this right now. All right, so we're going to go into theme settings. We're going to go into the theme editor. I'm going to create a custom template for that page. So we're going to do this. We're going to add a new custom template. We're going to call it sales page. Why not? And we're going to go into here. Nope, not into there. We're going to go back into the manager. We're going to copy from the page template so that it's just the same. Now it's just the same as the page template, but what we're going to do is get rid of the headline. We're just going to get rid of the headline area. Well, hold on. Now we're going to get rid of the headline area. Drag this down a little bit. And we're going to get rid of the modular content fallback on that page because I don't want that email blurb at the bottom. We're going to save this, all right? Now we're going to go back into our content. We're going to go find that page. I'm going to edit this page. And I'm going to select a custom template for this page, the sales page. And now we'll make it live. Why not? We'll save it. And let's go look at this again. Are you ready for this? Okay. Oh my God. Oh my God. So it pulled up the bleed to just beneath the nav bar, which is what we would want. Now we got this real nice intro to our sales page. We've got this great little text. So we'll give it a scroll here real quick so you can see it. Got all this stuff, another bleed. Like, see, you're scrolling, you're not really reading all this. It's TMI. Oh, but you might read this. Real productivity gains. Tasks that used to take hours now take minutes. Architect AI handles the complexity while you focus on creativity and strategy. Oh, man. And then it's got this at the bottom. It's snug with the footer of the website. I mean, gang. What? This is a pretty good sales page. Like, I'm ready to just hit publish on this sucker right now. Man. I mean, that's a simple prompt, too. Look, this is a sentence. Create a sales page that will get visitors excited about the embedded AI prompt in PageMotor called Architect AI. Are you kidding me? All this formatting? All this kind of understanding of how a sales page should be? Like, I just rolled this out. You just watched it. Here it is. Are you going to do something this nice? How long is it going to take you? Are you going to hit all these items that customers want to hit on a sales page? I don't know. Anyway, there it is. Thanks for watching. I'm mind blown right now. I think you might be too, all right? See you in the next video, gang.